what is paint protection film, or PPF? I've got these two cars sitting here. I try to cram this one in so I could show you the differences. I'll get a close-up on both of these cars to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Both of these cars are completely covered in paint protection film, or PPF, from head to toe. Paint protection film has a bunch of benefits to it, but I want to explain the differences. I want to explain what it's not, what it is, what it does, and what it doesn't do. Paint protection film is not vinyl wrap in any which way, shape, or form. So vinyl wrap is old school stuff. You see commercial vehicles wrapped in it. It's for color changing, it's for logos, it's for pictures on the side. In my opinion, it's not for a high-end vehicle. Paint protection film is a totally different product. It fits like a glove on the car. It actually protects the paint. Vinyl wrap would protect the paint as well, but the finish of vinyl wrap is, in my opinion, just complete garbage. Paint protection film is gonna have a super fine finish to it. You go with a super high-end film and you get a really nice result. Depending on where you are in the country, depending on what that shop charges, what type of film they're using, you could spend $5,000 to, let's say, $8,000 on a full paint protection film, depending on the size of the car, how intricate it is, what type of film they're using, are they doing ceramic coating over it when they're done? There's a few different things. So price-wise, that's kind of like a broad range of what you would spend to cover the whole car head to toe. But when you're spending $330,000, $200,000, I mean, any car of that price range, you should be protecting your investment and spending a little bit extra to protect the car. Now, what's most standard is the front clip or the front end of the car being covered. It's not that necessary to do the whole car. So most of the time what I see is the front ends are covered, fenders, hood, bumpers, side mirrors, maybe up the pillars about 3/4 of the way, and that will give you a full protection of rock chips, any debris coming up. But when we're talking a full paint protection film, you see more of the stealth finish or the satin finish for a full car, because the purpose of that film is to change the entire finish of the car. So it not only protects, but it's giving you a totally different look, as if you had factory matte paint. Certain manufacturers that don't even produce matte paint, you could go ahead and put this on your car, and now you have a really cool, unique look to the car. So benefits, once again, stone chips, bird poop, bugs, that's gonna protect from pretty much all of that. Say you get a rock chip up here in this corner and it didn't go all the way through, which most of the time, once again, if you're using a high-end film, it's gonna stop from penetrating through the film. You'd go ahead and peel this film off, you'd have your shop redo that panel, and now your paint underneath is perfect. If you didn't have the film and you get a rock chip, now you're dealing with touch-up or trying to fix or paint that panel, and that's no good. So it's definitely a huge benefit for protection. And then on top of it, if you want to do a full finish change on the car and go from a gloss to a matte finish, you can go ahead and use this. You could see through this. This is still the original color. For example, if you fix something underneath the vinyl wrap and it's completely, solid color, you can't see through that. Whether this is stealth or translucent, I can see straight through to the original color of the paint and see if there's anything funky going on underneath. This car is covered fully in translucent or your clear paint protection film. So this car, you don't even know it's there. It all depends on what brand, who you're using to do it. It's not easy to apply. So don't think you're just gonna drop your $300,000 car off to some guy down the street that's gonna charge you $1,500 to do the whole car and it's gonna come good. It's not. You're gonna get debris underneath, you're gonna get stretch marks, you're gonna get a really poor representation of what it should be. So just make sure if you're gonna do it yourself or you're gonna have it done after the fact and you're not buying a car with it already done, make sure you're using the right shop to do it. It's not a perfect product. Don't come with your magnifying glass either to pick your car up from your shop or if you buy a car with it done, because there are going to be slight minor imperfections. It really can't be done absolutely perfect. Guys will tell you, hey, I'm the best there is out there. I could still pick little things here and there. There's nothing like a paint finish. When you apply a film over a paint finish, it is going to have a couple little things that you're going to have to compromise. Same thing with the film quality. You'll have to have a few compromises there, whether you go with a higher gloss finish but a thinner film or vice versa. You just really have to talk to whoever you're going to use to put the film on, have them lay everything out on the table for you, make sure you're picking what's right for you. But if you're purchasing a car with it, most of the time it's a huge benefit. It's going to protect your investment. It's definitely a cool product that you can change an entire car's finish with the film. All right, so we'll go ahead and get up close on this 296 first. And this one is a little dusty right now. It was just outside, but you can see this is full translucent. You can't even tell that there's film on it. This keeps the car absolutely original finish-wise. I'll bump over to this blue 911 as well because this entire car is finished in it as well. This one was not outside, so I'll go and get really close on this one. What you also want to make sure is whoever's doing the actual job, you'll see that some kits are pre-cut where you'll see an edge in front of the natural edge of the car. So you'll see like a cut line that would go like this or on your fender, wherever they're folding the film. You don't want that. You want a full wraparound film so that it's seamless and you don't see any line or any cut mark. What's gonna happen is if you get those pre-cut kits that are easier and cheaper for the shop, you're gonna get a dirt line. So what's gonna happen is over time, you're gonna build up dirt and wax and compound, and it's gonna be really hard to get that out of that cut line. So anytime you have a fold over the actual panel, it gives it for a really, really seamless job. You could even see down here, like this is a 700-mile car done by a really good shop. And if I get on this thing really close, you can start to see that this bumper is really tight to the quarter panel. So the film had to be stopped a little bit below it. So you're gonna get a little dirt buildup in there. You'll have to take some light alcohol and clean that out from time to time. And that's just what's gonna happen with film sometimes. You're gonna have to compromise, like I said. Overall, it's doing a lot more good than bad. I'm super picky myself. I'm very neurotic with my cars. I would definitely rather have it on than not have it and deal with a little cleaning every once in a while rather than not having it on the car. Now this is the cool part. So this is a full stealth paint protection film is what they call it. So that's gonna give you that satin finish. I actually did this whole car in the satin paint protection film. So this car came in, it had a gloss finish, and I wanted to totally switch it up. So we did a full satin paint protection film on the entire car. And as I said, like when you get up on this film, you still get all the metallic in the paint to come through, but you just get to change the finish. And I mean, look at how well that film lays over all the curvature of the car, all the body lines. And I use a really good shop here in town, so even on the tightest seams right here, it's all going over the actual edge. Nothing's pre-cut. They're folding it all the way over inside the panels. And then what I'll do is I'll show you the natural color, which it's not necessary to do the door jambs because you're not color changing. It doesn't really have much benefit, and that's a lot bigger job to do. I haven't seen too many PPF jobs with door jambs. If you were doing a color change, that's the cheesy part about a color change, is that most of the time when you open the door, it's a totally different color, because in order to wrap the door jambs itself, you're taking doors off, you're taking door sills. It's a massive undertaking. You don't want to start taking apart $200,000-$300,000 car just to put some vinyl wrap on. So that's why I don't like vinyl wrap at all. It's just not a good product for a high-end car in my opinion. But this is, so I'll get up really close and you could barely see the transition where they cut the film and roll it inside. But you want to make sure, once again, you're getting a really good finish on this when you have it done. Let's show one more, just because I have a ton of cars in here with paint protection film. So this Rolls-Royce has an entire front end paint protection film. And what's cool about this is a hand painted stripe from Rolls-Royce. This stripe now is completely covered over. You're protecting not only the paint itself, but you're protecting the hand painted stripe as well. So if anything was to, say, rub against that stripe or what have you, it's not coming undone because the plastic's over the car. So just a few different examples so you can see that the color doesn't change at all. This is obviously translucent, just like the 911, just like the black Ferrari 296. And this is only a front clip. So once again, to cover this whole car, I wouldn't even want to know what that costs to do the entire car. But once again, not necessary. If you look down the side of the car, there's really no impact zone in the rear. It's just really the whole big old front end of this. So whereas a car like this, you look at the back of this car and you've got impact zones all throughout. You've got up top, even the doors flare out a little bit, even on the bottom where the arches come up. This is probably a more practical car to do the whole car. Same thing with a 911, at least these back areas right here. You might want to cover your quarter panel arches there. They come with factory stone guards, but that's only going to cover about 2/3 of the way up. All right, so hopefully this gives you guys a good rundown of what the film is all about. You guys have any further questions, please feel free to reach out.